I'm changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of
I gotta make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live.
You gotta say that lie like a preacher.
Live.
He lived.
He lived. He rose with all power in his hand. Y'all don't know.
He did.
Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
That's them southern preachers right there.
Listen, just hearing the pastor is worth going to church for. I don't know. Some folks go to church for the choir, but some folks go to church for the pastor. Let me know in the chat box what y'all out there actually for. What y'all look for when y'all go to church, man. Y'all there for the choir? Y'all there for the sermon? Y'all let me know. I'm curious how y'all watch.
Pastor be cutting up. You get the right pastor, he had you going crazy. Then he gonna have you for 13 hours, pack a lunch.
What? I think that's a black thing because I think white people, they go to a church at 10 o'clock and they are out there by 11.
They might be out of there by 10:30.
Yeah, I think we just stay all damn day. But let me know. Let me know if I'm mistaken. Because I've had white friends. I've been to white churches. I just I ain't been to many. I ain't been to many. But in the circumstances where I've been, it seemed like I blink my eyes, we out there, motherfucker.
So since you've been to white churches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me your experience with the choir.
Oh, man.
Is the choir how the choir did for you?
Man, it's like they in there singing like from Dante Inferno or some shit, man. Them motherfuckers singing opera music. Man.
Hell no. I ain't never been to I done seen them online and stuff, but I ain't never actually been to one. But yeah.
Man, But yeah, y'all let us know in the
I'm
chat
from
box,
the deep
man.
south. I might get put out of there. Right where I'm from. Get them out of here. Get gone. I'm from Alabama, sir. Sorry.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. This is Cowboys Convos where we have conversations about the Dallas Cowboys, man. It's Henny the Moore, that disembodied voice that you hear. That is not the Grim Reaper.
No,
That is Landlord. That is
it
the
is not your time yet. It is not your time yet. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. It's crazy. Like hell. Man.
My bad. What if he show up early by mistake? Like, damn, my
Oh
fault.
shit. I'm gonna spin back here, man. You want something back from the store? You want something back from the store? Like, God,
I'll be back tomorrow. You like, hold on, don't come back tomorrow.
It's too soon.
Stay
Way
where
too
you
soon.
went, dude. Just leave, nigga. Don't come back.
So yeah, man, we have the ligament snatcher here with us, man, and we are gonna have some conversations about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you live under a rock, you may not know what happened yesterday. You may not know the news, but the Dallas Cowboys, enter the second phase of my grand scheme to improve the Dallas Cowboys. They are interviewing qualified candidates, to replace Matt Eberflus. They're actually doing that. These aren't no
Qualified is crazy.
qualified. Like I ain't never seen them niggas interview nobody that they didn't know.
They acting different.
They acting real different over there right now, man. So, according to Todd Archer, but it was reported by everybody. I ain't gonna hold you. Anybody could have been quoted. Cowboys have requested to interview the following coaches for their defensive coordinator vacancy: Jim Leonhard, Broncos assistant head coach and pass game coordinator; Durante Jones, Vikings pass game coordinator; and Ephraim Banda, Brown safety coach. Now, two of these guys are guys that are on my list. Like I fuck with Durante Jones heavy. I fuck with Jim Leonhard heavy. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know who the hell Ephraim Banda is. I didn't know who he was until they actually said they were gonna go out here and interview the man. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like he was on my list too. But they got two of the niggas that I said they should go after. And we were just having this conversation, on the show, me, you, and Lou. If y'all miss Drunken Nefarious Takes, y'all really doing yourself a disservice. We have some crazy ass conversations and it'll be good content. But on that show, we were asking, like, man, did you want somebody that specialized in the back end or specialized on the defensive line? Right? No, I said give me a defensive line guy, and their assistant coach could have like the Al Harris effect. And y'all said, nah, give me some secondary niggas. The Dallas Cowboys rocking with Landlord and Lou on this one. They wouldn't have got them nothing but secondary niggas to look at.
Yeah, I think they bullish on their front seven, or at least they defensive line more than they are in their secondary. That secondary need help right now, believe it or not. And I know you still need a pass rusher, but like I said before, if we get a good pass rusher, I think we complete. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the D line ready to rock out after that.
Yeah, you just need one more edge. Like that's really, that's really how close the front four is for being complete. Because you got three, not one, you got three gangster ass defensive tackles. All right, well, you got two gangster ass defensive tackles and a nigga that's paid.
I was about to say you being nice today.
No,
Osa pretty decent though. He okay, bro. He alright.
I had to listen. I fuck with Osa, but I was very disappointed in Osa this year. I ain't gonna hold you. So he gonna have to show me something this year because I can't move his contract in 2026, but we damn sure can move that bitch in 2027. Right?
I know these people be kind of mad because once you meet them in person, bro, it's kind of suck telling them saying stuff like that, but it's like. It's the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I gotta tell the truth. Like, just like Malik Hooker, like, they be good people, cool people, down to earth, all that. But it's like,
God-fearing.
I still got to tell the truth about what I see on the field, man. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And maybe I'm going to stop being so mean with the way that I deliver my message. You know what I mean? 'Cause I could give the same message without, saying niggas ain't shit and they should die. All that crazy shit I say. Like, I'm going to have to walk that shit back. I don't really want them to die or no shit like that. I just be mad, and maybe I should just stop doing content when I'm overtly mad. Because I be saying some wild shit about these niggas.
You still going to be a Cowboy fan?
For life.
So you gonna be mad all the time. So, I don't know, bro. You might have to just, tone it down a little bit. And we had a little quick discussion. We can say this real quick. On the injury front, we're gonna try to be a little tad bit more nice on the injury front because football is pretty hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty physical. So niggas gonna be hurt, bro. Because we were talking about basketball and thought about how many basketball people be hurt all the time. So just imagine football.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying, though. That shit's crazy. He said, y'all was point on Durante Jones. Hey, man, there's a lot of folks in this space that do good research, man. Lou, Boss, Land, me. Shit. My nigga Amp. There'll be a lot. Damn show Tuck be going and that bitch going crazy. Oh shit, man, there's a bunch of niggas out here be putting in work. Vach, there's a bunch of niggas be out here going crazy with the research, man, and just finding qualified candidates. So
insight, yeah,
it's
man. A lot more too.
It's a lot more. Listen. It's 6:08 in the morning, so if I left anybody name off, this is not a dig. I love all you niggas. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. But to the point that we were just making about injuries, like that's really what's wrong with your team right now. You didn't have anybody really healthy in the back end of that secondary all year, from Trayvon Diggs to Deron Bland to Seatbelt, to Baby C.
Devon Rebel.
Yeah, Rebel. There was nobody healthy. Malik Hooker got hurt. Donovan Wilson got hurt. Even when they played, they weren't 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying give them a mulligan or give them an excuse, but sometimes when you hurt, man. These guys play through injuries that I'm calling off from work from that shit. I sit down, and if I got some of these injuries, I would still not have my black ass at work. Like for real, I'm gonna be with you. I'm calling off. But yeah, man. But let's just go through some of these candidates. I ain't gonna hold you. Ephraim Bonda, he seemed like a good dude. He seemed like a high energy kind of guy that fits with Shotty from what people say about him. But he is the least qualified guy up here. I'm just being frank with y'all. I'm not saying that one day he won't be an amazing, I'm not saying that one day he won't be a
coordinator.
Yeah, but he's not even a passing game coordinator over there. He's not even a passing game coordinator over there. He was a co-DC in Miami from 2019 to 2020, and then he was a defensive coordinator and safeties coach at Utah State from 2021 to 2022. He's not even overseeing the entirety of the secondary right now. He
got his 2 years.
In 2020, he's been there since 2023, so 3 years.
Damn, that ain't shit.
Yeah, he's been there for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a big enough sample size, for me to say that. And you could honestly, you could sort of make that argument with Jim as well. The reason that Jim is very high on a lot of people's list is because he was a defensive coordinator at the college level for half a decade. He was actually over half a decade. I think it was 6 years. He was a defensive coordinator at Wisconsin, and they were gangsters a motherfucker when he was there. Because landlord, this is pre NIL and shit like that. They weren't going here and there and everywhere. When Jim was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have a big crazy recruiting class and shit like that. But these were some gangster ass defenses that he oversaw. And that's why people really like Jim Leonhard, when it comes to it. You right? Because like these is years there, six straight seasons of allowing under 23 points per game. 2017, and this is not just like Big Ten stats, and these are national stats. They were the third overall defense in 2017. They were holding teams to 13.9 points per game. 2018, they were the 34th ranked defense in the nation. They were holding teams to 22.6 points per game. 2019, they were the 10th ranked team defensively nationally, holding teams to 16.9 points per game. 2020, 9th, 17.4 points per game. 2021, 4th, 16.2 points per game. 2022, 17th, 20.2 points per game. So he's always had a top 50 defense, and he's always held teams to under 23 points per game, despite not having the better recruits. Despite not having, the sheer talent on his team. They were well coached, they were disciplined, and they did a very good job of playing sound fundamental football. So that's why niggas like Jim Leonhard like that. It's not really what he's done at the NFL level. It's more so he was that nigga in college, and since being in the NFL, he's rose up the ranks quick, and he's being the understudy of a very well-respected defensive mind in Vance Joseph. So those are the reasons why niggas really like Jim Leonhard.
Yeah, he one of the up and coming guys.
Yeah,
with a bright future. But that 13.9 is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, if nigga, I don't care who you played. If you hold niggas to under nigga, like 14 points is 2 touchdowns. You holding niggas to under 2 touchdown average at any level, that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Facts.
So
that's barely 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you kudos for that shit. You know what I mean? I definitely give you kudos.
If we could get anything close to any of these years on Dallas right now, you got you an unstoppable force in the NFL.
Yep, because think about it. When it comes down to it, even the year they were giving up 22.6 points per game, if the Dallas Cowboys were only giving up 22.6 points per game this year, you would be like 15-2 or 14-3 or 13-4. You'd be something gangster because your offense, for the most part, was scoring points and moving the football. They had some red zone issues where they stumbled at different points, but outside of that, they were a great offense. Like on their off nights, they were putting up 27 points. You said facts, JV. Jerry turned fans against him. That's how it start. I'm forever saying ball out 7, 14-3, I believe. Yeah. Now, on the flip side, the brother Durante Jones, he's been the defensive backs coach and he's been the passing game coordinator over there. Right? Since he's been there, working with the DBs and being the passing game coordinator, the Vikings have 58 interceptions. That's the 5th most in the entirety of the National Football League.
Sign me up. And you can't even name one of their corners for real, could you?
Like there was the 1 year where they had the ghost of Stephon Gilmore. But, that's the only dude I could think of. Stephon Gilmore wasn't like that was after Dallas. That's the year after he left Dallas. So we know he was an old man with us, so he was old with them. So
he was old and brittle by that time.
Yeah. So you still can't name no elite gangster ass cornerback over there with the Vikings that he was coaching up, and they were.
He had a good safety though, right?
Harrison Smith, who was also
Harrison Smith. Yeah, he old too. Yeah,
old as dirt. Gangster player. I would listen. I would still take the nigga right now compared to what the fuck I got. But I'm just saying, like he's old. He's an older man. Like that's old.
Is he what his contract situation look like? Because that's something people ain't thinking about too. Depending on what defensive coordinator you pick, you gonna get a few players, a few stragglers that come along with them. Just
Yeah.
like Evilflus came with goddamn Zach Sanborn and them, which was bad, but still, you gonna get it. Whatever defensive coordinator you pick, you got a potential to sign some pretty good players that come along with them. So keep that in mind too.
I agree. I agree. Now, I think Harrison Smith might actually retire finally. You know, because he had his entire family out there and shit. So, like, that might be his last game. Just like they came just in case he decided to call it a career. And he had a Hall of Fame career up to this point. So he might be gone. But like to your point, like there are some other guys out there attached to that Vikings team, you know, that you could go out there and get, you know, that could pay dividends for the Dallas Cowboys. Like we need the opposite of a Jack Sanborn. We need a nigga that's great. Oh shit, I'm tripping. No, I don't put the wrong goddamn me. Yeah, disregard that. I'm glad that you caught that, boy. It's still Henny the more. I put the wrong goddamn me cash app up there. I'd have put a cash app in that bitch that don't exist. You can tell it's early, man. Let me delete this.
Somebody got all your money.
Yeah, let me just remove that. Yeah. Thank you for the catch, JV. You a real one, man. He said, give me Jim. He coaches coaches. You talk about Jim Schwartz? Because, you know, you ain't finna get Jim Harbaugh. They ain't gonna get rid of Brian after a year. Now, you can make the argument if that's a wise decision or not. But, you know, yeah. Also, C. Burleson, to be fair, you know, they do meet the Rudy Rule requirements now. Devontae Jones, even though he's a qualified candidate, they could view him as a Rooney Rule guy. You know, but because they're interviewing both Devontae Jones, who's, of course, a black man, and Bonda is a Hispanic man, you know, they have, you know, crossed their T's and dotted their I's when it comes to the Rooney Rule shit.
I don't know him. Are you sure he black? Because, you know, I was just
Hey, man. Who knows? Like, you never know what people identify as no more. Oh, yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. You remember Isaiah Rodgers from the Eagles? He was having a career year over there with them niggas. But you know, he would never like that with the Eagles though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he was a rotational piece and shit. But I know Byron Murphy. I like Byron Murphy. Yeah, he could identify as a Pokemon for all I know. But you know, I look at him, I see a Negro. So he said, I believe he's on a 1 year.
And these days, nobody a better eye either. Oh, he's a Pokemon. You know, he's a nice, respectable Pokemon. You understand?
Yeah. We might have to catch that one.
Call Ash now. We might have to catch him.
Call Ash now. It's crazy.
Call Ash now. We might need him over here.
Boy, that nigga ain't grew up yet. They said that nigga still 10 years old. Like, nigga, that nigga been 10 since I was 10. There's something wrong with that shit. Let that nigga grow up.
See, it's just certain things about cartoons that they just, like, they didn't take time with. They just said, fuck that. Because they never change clothes. They always have the same clothes on.
Them niggas never change clothes. These
they
niggas
have never grown, you know what I'm saying? They never get older.
They be 10 years old, traveling different countries and shit by their goddamn self. Like, what the hell is going on? Where your parents at, nigga? This is child endangerment.
Like, look at Rick and Morty. That boy Morty been a child his whole life. He done been all over the universe.
Boy.
It's crazy.
Man, Rick, and they done died multiple times and then had to get cloned and switch dimensions and they done fucked up so bad. These niggas be out there going crazy.
That's my show, though. Them niggas are crazy. Man. Rick and Morty is goated.
I fucks with it.
I think it's underrated.
Also, my brother Made Man said, HTM, you see Dan Quinn Hoad trying to get London Wells to be their OC. Yeah, I seen it. Now, I don't know if they're gonna actually make him the offensive coordinator, because London Wells is the homie. They can interview him because they need external niggas. So they can interview London Wells, Dan Quinn slide a nigga a bag under the table, and you know that's when they Rooney Rule guys out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a favor. It's probably a favor to an old friend. Like, hey man, I know that you probably don't want to leave Dallas. I know that I probably ain't gonna hire you either. But you know, I got about 100 racks right here, nigga. You pull up. Like shit, you can't threaten. You can't threaten me with 100 bands, nigga. I'm pulling up.
I would have denied his shit. The Falcons denying us and shit. I would have denied their shit.
What you think about that shit? Because you know, and listen, I'm gonna give y'all context behind this shit. Why Jeff Ulbrich is not gonna be able to interview. They like this nigga so much, but don't like him enough because they're not offering him the head coaching job. They just want to put him with the new head coach if the new head coach want him. Because if the new head coach says, I want to find my own DC, the ownership said they're going to respect that shit. So they actually got Jeff Ulbrich shit in limbo because if the nigga they hire don't actually want him, he's missing out on opportunities to interview right the fuck now.
That's messed up, for real.
Exactly. So they could at least did this nigga the honor, you know, gave him the respect to interview for the head coaching job. Even if you don't give it to him, you could at least give him the interview out of respect. Remember, that's what we said about what's up?
Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you good. Cause I see this.
I was just saying, I think you can't block it if it's if it's an upgrade. That might be what it is. This a lateral move look like.
Yeah.
A lateral move you can block, but if he was a passing game coordinator or something, and we gave him an opportunity to be a DC, I don't think you can block it then.
I think you're correct too. But real quick, Alvin hit you on your side with a 10-piece. He said, "Hello, landlord, and good morning." He said,
Hello.
"Morning, doggies from KC. As a high school coach, along with experience, they must motivate players to play physical, aggressive, dominating style of defense." And I agree. Because you got to get the best out them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to coach.
Hey, man, I love KC, too.
I
got family out there and everything.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Like, we had a great time, man. We had a great time out there. The draft was horrible, but you know I got to hang out with this nigga landlord, with this nigga in West Coast, man. So
yeah, that shit was lit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, man. But I think he absolutely correct too, man. Like that shit a mentality. It's something that you gotta keep reinforcing too. You know what I'm saying? It's something you gotta make that shit a part of y'all. It gotta be second nature after a while. Like it ain't something you do one game. It's something that you become. Like I am physical. I am, you know what I'm saying? I am dominant. I am one of those type of players. So it ain't something that you can just do one game and then you satisfied. Like it's like certain people are just physical people and dominating type people. So you gotta make that second nature and it goes by repetition and you know what I'm saying, constantly drilling it in their heads and everything you do. So yeah, I totally agree.
I agree too. Matter of fact, I got two clips. I got the clip of Durante Jones talking about teaching, and then I got a clip of Jim Leonhard talking about teaching. Now, I'm slipping on my pimping because I ain't uploaded the Jim Leonhard one just yet. So let me do that. Let me upload this nigga stuff so we can hear, you know, their philosophies and shit about teaching football to niggas. Cause like that really goes in. This really a layup. This really a layup that Cuz threw us, man. He threw us an alley. You just gotta put that bitch in the hole. So let me add this shit in real quick. Media, boom. If you ever see this shit pop up, that means I'm working. It means I'm working my ass off of this shit. Let me see. Upload video, photo library.
I think this is a good way to say, a good example to show what I mean. Like some people are just physical people and dominating people. Have you ever played basketball against a football player? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you play basketball
be
against a
going for
football player, you gotta understand like them niggas got a different level of physicality. They just do. Like it's just natural. Like they a little more physical than your normal average basketball player. Like you will see how they play and be like, nigga, this ain't football, bro. Like you might need to be playing football. Like you a little too aggressive out here. So yeah, that's a good example of what I mean. Like certain people are just naturally more physical and more imposing than other people.
Also, Nate Brown said, was that his son that prank called Shador Sanders on draft day? I think it was. I think it was Jeff Uber's son that had prank called Shador and them. They all got in trouble and shit.
What they
But
did?
yeah, you are
What
correct. They had prank called Shador on draft night. His son did.
And said what?
I forget what the hell he had said, but
Well,
you
they act
would
like
see-
he was another team or something.
Yeah, like his son had acted like he was finna get drafted by the motherfuckers or some shit. He had stole the number out of his dad's phone. Of course, he got in trouble. Like matter of fact, the shit was so deep. Jeff Ubers got in trouble for his stupid ass son.
Damn.
So yeah, you gotta secure shit like that, man. You can't just
You gotta have your people in check, man. That's potentially that could be a potential problem.
Yeah, imagine if Jeff Ubers was ass, like a complete ass, and not just an okay coach. Like he probably could have got fired behind that shit. He lucky it was only a goddamn fine.
Just imagine if he was somebody that was still trying to earn his stripes and shit. Just got in the game type shit. Like that's you gotta make sure you goddamn control your people, bro.
Real shit. And y'all bear with me. This shit was taking all goddamn day to load in. So,
I think number one.
all right. This is Jimmy. This is Jimmy Leonhard talking about teaching his football principles and what he believe in and shit. It's like
You
a
mean
minute.
Bob?
Bob who?
Don't they nickname people named Jim Bob for some reason? What?
I thought
What
it
it
was.
is?
I forget.
It's crazy. It don't make sense. It's Jim got another nickname for a name. I don't know.
Let's see. No, I think it was Bill is like nickname for William. If your name is William or some shit like that, they call you Bill.
Yeah, it's another one like that too. I'm thinking it's for Jim, but I'm not sure.
Let me Google this shit real quick. There we go. Nickname for Jim. Is it like Jake or some shit? Jack?
I think it's something totally different for some reason. I don't know. I could be mistaken though.
Well, let's see what this motherfucker is talking about though, because Shotty said he wants a nigga that can teach football. You know what I'm saying? That actually does apply to both these niggas. That applies to Durante Jones, and that applies to them. They got different styles about how they teach it. But Robert is Bob. I think that's what you might be talking about.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, it makes no sense. Go ahead.
Rob is Bob, and William is Bill for some reason. Letters don't actually match up, but
They crazy.
Also, salute the Queen. She said Jason Witten took a coaching job at University of Oklahoma. I saw that, and I'm gonna tell you this much: if London Wells is out in Dallas, he's gonna be the tight end coach by next year. So I wouldn't doubt it.
Jason Witten might decline that job to come to Dallas.
Hell yeah! But also salute to Oklahoma. Not an actual fan of the university, but they do got two former Dallas Cowboys over there coaching. Both DeMarco Murray and Jason Witten are position coaches there now.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, because of course DeMarco Murray is the running backs coach, and Jason Witten's finna go over there and teach the tight ends.
Damn, we just beat them, so I ain't got no beef. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the curse is lifted, right?
I think number one is for a coach that the thing that I try to do is build trust, and it has to be earned, like both ways. I have to earn your trust, you have to earn my trust, and it's different for every single kid. because of what's important to them, and you got to hit them on that individual level as far as what matters to you, because you can't just coach in a box. And been fortunate to have a lot of success that way. Eventually you got to move past that and get to how do I make you better, but once again that becomes very individual. So I think that's what the players appreciate from me the most, is I try to hit them on their level. It doesn't matter what I know, it doesn't matter my experience. If I can find ways that, you know, can I take some steps out of the process for you, they trust you more, they respect you more. And that's what I've tried to do as a coach, was just, you know, I'm going to try to get you as good as you want to get quickly. And that's going to take a lot of conversation. That's going to take some ups and downs. We each got to get a little uncomfortable in this process. And that's what I try to do with all of our players. That's the right way to do it in my mind. And I think our players would agree. The responses that I've had, and it's always frustrating when you see guys that are a little bit stuck, and how do you push them through that? But you just find new ways to try to hit them and try to push through those hurdles.
And that was Jim Leonhard talking about his steps in teaching, you know.
I think that's pretty great right there too, because some coaches, you know, when it comes to leadership, some coaches just want to lead like a dictator. They just say, hey, my way or the highway. And I don't think you get the best product from that these days. You know what I'm saying? I think you kind of gotta learn these players individually almost. Like, and I know that's more work on the coaches. So if you an old school coach, you probably ain't gonna be willing to do all that shit. And I think that's what Floof was. He like, man, I'm not gonna learn all these dudes, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? You either gonna do it like this or do this, or I'm good. So I think it takes more work and it's more difficult. But at the same time, I think the way these kids are these days, the way they program, the way they was brought up, I think it'll be the best product you would get if you do it the way he just said. Like, actually work with them at their level. And then that shows people that you're not just looking at them as a number or just a dude, or this ain't just a job for you. You actually trying to help them. That's a personalized effort right there, and I think it's respected.
I agree. Cause like you said, man, everybody don't learn the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, you know, they see it a couple times, they got it. You know, some people, you know, they go through, you know, film study and they learn from watching the film. They take detailed notes and they understand the shit like that. And then you have some people that ain't gonna understand the shit until they do that shit in live game action. You know what I'm saying? Like, people learn shit differently. You know, so like, you gotta understand that as a coach, as an educator in general. You know, and I think I played this clip for y'all before. It's about the same link, but this is Durante Jones talking about, you know, customizing his lesson plans and shit for his guys, because he started out teaching at the high school level, you know, because in Louisiana you have to teach both high school classes and football. You can't just be a football coach in Louisiana school system. You actually got to coach a class. So this is what Durante Jones said about it.
You know, we all learn differently, right? And when I taught high school football, or when I taught in the high schools here in Louisiana at Jenneret and Franklin High School, you know, you had to be a teacher. And so it wasn't just football. But you learned, or I learned rather, the importance of lesson planning and how to present the message or the plan or the material to students. I'm not talking about football. I'm just talking about just high school students in general. But how to get the lesson plan so that they can comprehend, this is what we're teaching, this is the objective of the day. And you have to do that to where you may be a tactile learning style. It may be, you know, some people are visual. But the lesson plan has to be where it incorporates every student in that class learning style. So something's going to have to be on the board, something's going to be visual, something's going to be hands-on. And you have to incorporate all that in that lesson plan, because if not, there's several kids in that classroom that they're not going to learn well that way. And so teaching helped me transition to football and coaching, to whereas some players learn best watching film. Some players learn best in walkthroughs. Some players have to actually do it several times to get it. And so when you're trying to figure out, or you're trying to install a defense, you want to try to make sure you incorporate every type of.
All right, and that was Durante Jones talking about it. And this sounds real similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that these niggas do not all learn the same. Like folks is different. And, you know, sometimes you got to treat folks like they different. If you actually want the best out of them, you know, sometimes you got to customize the way that you teaching so they can actually learn it. Because you cannot be a good teacher regardless of the wealth of knowledge that you have. You can be knowledgeable, but if you can't teach me what you know, you cannot be a good teacher. You know, that's just what it is. So I agree with this shit, though. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Me too. Like I said, I can understand why a lot of coaches, especially the old school coaches, might not want to do it because it's a hassle. But, I mean, that's the requirements of these days, I feel like. Especially if you trying to have a successful unit. You got to run it like that these days. And if you're not willing to do the work, then you probably need to find you another profession at this point.
Yep. And to your point, like, school itself has always been like that. No, you know, school itself has always been like that. Like, if you're struggling in a certain class, they gonna send you somewhere, you know, to get that shit worked on. You know, if you
have a tutor, you need some specialized help.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Or if you're dyslexic, or you have any kind of other learning disability and shit like that, they have specialized classes for you.
Yeah.
But, like, everybody can't learn the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody don't learn at the same pace either.
Mm-hmm. Like, real shit. So, that's how I feel.
And just because you learn slower than me don't mean you slower than me either, though. Because once you get it, I might understand it at like a 8. But I just got it quick. But once you get it, you damn near mastered it. So that shit still don't matter. Everybody learn at their own pace and at their own level.
Very true. Very, very true. Yes, indeed, man. So I'm happy with the direction of the Dallas Cowboys, though, up to this point. Because I ain't seen no fucked up names on here yet. I ain't seen no Aaron White Cotton. They still might interview him. They still might do an internal interview with the man just off of respect. They might do that shit. But I like the names that I've seen up to this point. Now, I wish, you know, that one of the names on that bitch was Brian Flores, but that man got a head coaching interview now. It was 0, but now he got an interview, you know, with the Baltimore Ravens at this point. You know, so it's a possibility that he gets a job, and there's a whole bunch of teams that need head coaches at this point. There's a shit ton of teams that need head coaches. You know, the Raiders need a head coach, the Giants, the Browns, the Ravens, the Miami Dolphins just fired their head coach.
You gotta imagine the very best defensive coordinators, the very best coordinators, like offense and defense, they probably gonna fill those jobs, bro. That's usually how that go.
You know, that's really why I'm high on getting Durante Jones in the building. You know, just because, you know, he if you can't get the master, you got to get his top student. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't get the master, you got to get his top student. For example, you might need Ip Man, but if Ip Man ain't there, go get Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
I don't know if y'all well educated on the martial arts films and shit, but Ip Man was so goddamn dope.
I love Ip Man. I've seen at least 3 of them movies.
Man, that boy out there.
Some people call him IP Man. I don't know which one it's supposed to be, but yeah.
Then hold on, salute to the basement and hit you with a 5-piece. He said, how come Josh Butler didn't get no play time and he was cleared months ago, or slot corner Zion Childress or safety Julius Woods, and it was favoritism? Shit, the players feel like it was favoritism.
Yeah, they actually said it. Yeah,
They said it. They said it that a lot of the players felt like Eberflus was playing favorites. You know, they didn't like that shit.
Then they said he came in saying that he wouldn't, and he went against his own words.
He was preaching about competition and shit. You know, on the defensive side,
and didn't hold up to it.
Yeah, that's why. You know, look, that's why all them niggas were putting shit on the grill. You know, ordering shots,
popping bottles and shit when he left.
Like nobody mourned this nigga passing except for Kenneth Murray and probably Jack Sanborn, maybe Reddy Stewart, and them were all niggas he brought in.
I kind of liked it, Reddy, though. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of liked it, Reddy.
He had his moments.
I kind of liked it, Reddy.
Yeah, Reddy had his moments.
I can't say he's a great cover corner, but I like what he brought to the table for his physicality, making tackles, and I like his attitude. I kind of like how he played. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I ain't saying he the best in the world, though. He can definitely, we can upgrade.
I definitely agree with you on that. But yeah, that's why I'm interested in getting Durante Jones, though. You know, like we said, you can't get Ilk Man, you can get Bruce Lee. And he's the understudy. Now, I also thought about this, though, landlord. If Brian Flores actually gets a job as a head coach, Durante is probably his first choice as a defensive coordinator.
Damn, you ain't lying.
Like, who else would it be? You know, you could probably say he might, you know, go recruit somebody he knows from his days with the Patriots or some shit. You might say he might go recruit Matt Patricia or some shit. But like who is more trustworthy than a nigga I done been with for 3-4 years?
Yeah, like man, that's typically how most people do it.
Like usually they take their understudy with them. And right now, from all accounts, Durante Jones. Also, I gotta point this out. This ain't even Durante Jones on this motherfucking picture.
It ain't.
Nah, this nigga too light. This nigga too light skinned. I don't know who the fuck this is, but this is not Durante.
Y'all got a AI picture or some shit.
Yeah, they got me like that too. When you Google it, this image comes up, but this image don't look nothing like the other images of Durante. This nigga light skin. Durante beard don't even look like that. Durante got a little white beard and shit. You know, he darker. Damn. Like that ain't Durante.
That's crazy. They crazy for that.
Like somebody had told me that shit because I used this image in another thing on Twitter. They're like, y'all know that ain't Durante, right? I was like, you know what? that really ain't that nigga.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but that's hilarious though. Cause listen, I literally thought that was him. How would I know?
But think about it. This is the picture that's on there. Look at his picture on the video I played. Tell me this the same nigga.
You know,
hell nah.
You see what I mean?
Maybe he was older or something. I mean younger or something. I don't know.
That nigga nose bigger. He darker. His hairline.
Who the hell
different.
is that then? I gotta know who the hell this dude is.
Who that nigga on that name?
This is crazy, bro. I don't know. It's like it sucked though, cause like I think when you put the name with the person, it's kind of like tattooed in your mind now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's him. So now I gotta redo that shit. Like who is this dude?
This is Durante. This is Durante Jones, man. So I don't know who the fuck that other dude was, and it's not anybody's fault. Cause when you Google this nigga on Google, You Google Durante Jones, that is one of the images that come up. That is one of the images that come up on Google. So I'm not sure.
Dude paid for that shit. He got a paid advertisement. He said, when they Google this nigga, I'm coming up, nigga.
Like, man, that shit.
I'm the real Durant. He said, I'm the real Durante, nigga.
Oh shit.
What if they got two niggas named Durante on that? What if they got two niggas with the Vikings named Durante?
It said Cotton Top. Who the fuck is Cotton Top? Who the fuck is Cotton Top? That sound like a nigga.
That sound like Aaron White Cotton arch enemy.
Hold on.
That's who he be beefing with.
Cotton
when them
Top.
niggas see each other, it's on sight. The white cottons and the cotton tops been beefing for millennia.
That's so
For
crazy.
eons.
A million years, nigga.
Like, damn.
Well, yeah, that is a good movie though. I fuck with Django. I do fuck with Django.
I've seen that crazy shit in the movies back then.
Yeah. Man. So yeah, that's not that man on that video. But oh yeah, Samuel Jackson. Gracias, man. Salute to the coach Sam Broom, man. That's my guy right there. Salute to Coach Sam Broom in the chat box, always supporting and showing love, man.
Salute.
Man.
Yeah, hey, if you're a coach, we always like, get insight from the coaches because we don't know every single thing. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of insight too, but if you're a specific position coach, that you might have a little more intel than what we might have at the time. So, yeah, y'all input always valued over here.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. He said Cottonmouth was hard as fuck. He had Carrot Top. I was trying to figure out. All I keep thinking is Cottonmouth off of Luke Cage. Yeah, they packed that nigga up too quick for me.
Man, I hate they didn't continue Luke Cage, bro. That was an epic fail.
Hell yeah, because like
Luke Cage was dope too.
It was. Now, listen, this shit been out for years, so I don't feel bad telling y'all what's going on. You had all these years to watch the shit. But, I like how they put it that he inherited the club. It was like him inheriting a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, all the other niggas that went down this path just from being the owner of this goddamn club. And it kind of looked like he was on that shit at the end, though.
Yeah.
So who knows,
I
man?
think that shit was gonna be dope as hell, bro. They robbed us from one for that one.
I agree, because I binge watched that shit.
That shit was dope.
Yeah, I fuck with Luke Cage. Now, he said the Defenders coming back on Disney Plus. We'll see. I still want him to get his own solo shit though. Even if they bring him back in the Defenders, I still want to see his own solo shit. Cause you can't just leave me on a cliffhanger like that and not expect me to ask questions.
The same thing about Godfather Harlem too. Bring our shows back, bro. I don't know what's going on. Godfather Harlem was my favorite show on TV at the time. Like, that shit was dope as hell. They just robbed us again. You know what I'm saying? Bumpy Johnson on that motherfucker, but they had Malcolm X on that mug. They had Martin Luther King on that mug. They had Muhammad Ali on that mug. Like, how could you not like that? Then they talking about history and shit. Like, of course it ain't exact correct history, but these people was rubbing shoulders around that time. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was dope as hell, man. Y'all gotta quit taking good shit off TV.
I definitely do agree with you on that one. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I gotta be a parent. I gotta get this little nigga ready for school. Get him there, get myself ready. So I am gonna have to depart from here. You know, we were here for a good time. We just weren't here for a long time.
Not today.
Not today. Now, listen, we might have time to do a longer show, you know, later on today. You know, that's very, 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 very possible. Might be able to do a longer show. Maybe about noontime or so, because I ain't got to pick them back up from school till about 3-something. So we might have time to do about a 2-hour show and, you know, bring y'all more information, have a little bit more time to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. But, Land, do you have anything you want to add before we depart?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'll just say, may the best man win. I hope Shotty stay true and just pick the most qualified guy. And I think, you know, if we can get at least a formidable to average, you know, type of defense assembled, man, I think this team gonna be a problem. So that's the mission in the offseason. I wouldn't mind if they dedicated both of them first to trade a player or either just straight defense. Like we need to upgrade this defense tremendously.
Yes, we do. Because they are hot ass right now. You know, with all due respect. You know, unfortunately. So, and hopefully, you know, the niggas we get have ligaments.
Yeah. That's still attached.
They're still attached. They're still.
And I won't bother them this time.
still attached and intact. Attached and intact. So
I will not bother their ligaments this time, man. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
Amen. We're gonna leave y'all the fuck alone. Just go out there and make some plays, man. You can keep your ligaments. But, hey, it's your boy, Henny DeMore, reporting live from the liquor store. And that's my brother Land. If you need something a little stronger, the Trap House is around the corner. We out.